It should almost definitely be Baron for these guys, and the cool thing they have here, well, so these are the best two inhibitors to lose if you are AAA, because they're going to fight different turrets. Top lane's going to fight this one, bottom lane's going to fight this one. Well, they'll come in at the same time. Both those turrets will be able to regenerate, so they can, for at least a short time, their Nexus can hold itself. Even against two dead inhibitors, it will hold itself for a couple of minutes. You don't want to leave it there forever, but certainly they have the chance to come in and fight against Baron and not lose their base for it. That said, as soon as they see AAA on the bottom side of the map, Fnatic should go for the Baron, and that is what they are doing actually right now. They're all running up there, and look at the map positioning. All of AAA on the bottom half of the map, and they're going to go for this, and we're just going to watch, because AAA does not have a lot of vision. There's the ping. They know that they're going to go for it, and they're going to start running up this chain, but we're going to keep the suspense in as AAA will walk up across the map. They have found Fnatic. They're going to come into this fight, and there we go. The battle will start. Demacia is yelled. Linak in front, going to take some damage. Momo already blowing up PK, and Linak actually living right here. What will the damage be? Soa's in the front. Soa's going to take a lot of damage. Will not quite yet die. Momo getting blown up by Xuxe. That will be a kill, and that's a looks like 2 for 1. Yellowstar getting away. Linak, no health. Kuja quite down as well. Xuxe going to land the W, missing the Q, but Ashe lands a slow. Can Kuja fall? Minions are in the base as well. Looks like they're just going to stop and go for the inhibitor instead. Cyanide will face tank this turret. The team is nearby. PK is dead, but there are 2 dead opponents, and the rest are healing. So they're going to get this turret. They're going to move on to the inhibitor. They have super minions in the base. Turrets are low. They're going to get the inhib, and they're going to keep moving forward. 4v3 in the enemy base. Janna will shield the turret. They're just going to jump onto this turret right now. Cyanide FI taking the damage. He's going to be okay with this. 1 turret is down. They're going to back off for now. Linak taking a lot of damage from Ashe. 300 damage. Crits are out there. That is 1 turret dead, 2nd turret dead. Fnatic going to win the Season 1 championship if they can hold on. This Nexus will go down. Congratulations to Fnatic winning the Season 1.
Season 2 champions. They have 1 million up for grabs, and they're going to back away. I didn't believe it. Taipei Assassins, they have to back off. Azumi Frost are all over them. Might find a mistake. He's going to go down. Taipei Assassins cannot finish it just yet, ladies and gentlemen.
So, an amazingly effective push there by TPA. All 3 inhibitors down. That means they're going to have double super minion spawns in all of these waves. 6 super minions pushing with the next wave of things. They couldn't finish it because they hadn't arrived yet. Everyone on Azubu Frost trying to heal up. This is the last ditch for them. Can they potentially come back from 3 inhibitors down? We haven't seen that happen since the Season 1 championships in one of the games. It's been forever ago. Everything is sealed for TPA except the Nexus right now. It's just a matter of executing. They have to stay together. If they don't get picked off, if all 5 of them just push together with elixirs and with the 6 super minions, they should be able to finish off those turrets. They just have to wait for Mistake to come up, and they have to ensure this victory. 1 step away.
1 step away. Azubu Frost, the OGN Summer Champions, 2nd place in spring. Will they be 2nd place in Season 2 finals? They were the powerhouse coming into this one, and Taipei Assassins have shocked the world, taking down Moscow 5. Will they take down Azubu Frost? 18-6 up, massive gold advantage, 9-3 in turrets, and they're just getting poked left and right. Wound dodging away from Little Balls there, but there is super minions coming in. They are on the final Nexus turret poke, and Shy is getting dropped already. BB ultimate 3-shot barrage going across there, and that's going to be Cloud Temple ultimate across, but he didn't even manage to catch onto a Stanley. There's the Lulu ultimate, but it's not enough. There is no damage coming out from Azubu Frost. Taipei Assassins to do no. The shockwave pulls in Cloud Temple. BB picks up a kill on Chase there. Shy goes down. Mad Life getting skipped. Oriana picks up another kill. Taipei Assassins are the Season 2 world champions. They think them a million. And this is just telltale signs. SK Telecom setting up kills, setting up ganks all across the map. Faker's going to come back around the side. Uzi's in trouble. Lucky's with him, but I don't think that's going to help out. Faker rolls the barrel in there and just bullies them out of this lane. He's quite confident because the rest of his team, they're taking Baron.
Faker is just playing like an offensive lineman right now, keeping Royal away. If anyone came in, he would blow them back or block them away with his explosive cast. That's a Baron for SKT before 20 minutes.
They're coming out very strong. Royal-esque, if you will. Royal was taking 20-minute Barons versus Fnatic. Not contested. It looks like it's going to be happening for them as well. Getting a little bit of their own medicine. Now pressured on the second tier turret that they would lose now in the top lane. They've lost them all.
They could get dove very soon here. This turret is incredibly dangerous to hold. Royal might lose it here. They're already down 10,000 gold and a Baron. Those barrels are crushing Royal down right now.
That surely needs to signal they disengage from Royal. They have to back away from it. Both of them looking, almost getting caught out. They're going to have to safeguard to Uzi. And that's an easy turret for SK Telecom. It's 7-2 in turrets, 11,000 gold lead. SK Telecom, they are already etching their name on that cup.
They can smell it right now. They're going to be going for the second inhibitor turret. There's already one down. Royal doesn't even have 5 people here.
Throws down the slicing Maelstrom, forced to go in, but he was Stranglethorn back. Can they continuously get the fight? Piglet got Chum the Waters on him, and they're now absolutely running for the fountain. This does not look good for Royal.
This doesn't engage. Crescendo catches all of them. It's a double for impact. They get on the fountain. SK Telecom are just rolling through. The Nexus turrets are potentially going to go down. This could be a 20-minute game for SK Telecom. They will be the Season 3 World Champions here at the Staples Center.
With that push with the kills and that inner turret in the middle lane going down, they're just trying to catch out Imp there before he recalled, but not going to be enough for him. He's going Blade of the Ruin King next.
And this game was decided by that Dragon fight, but more so by Samsung White's understanding of exactly when they become powerful in the game. Their power spike. They had the Trinity Force, they split up the fight at that Dragon, and really, if you look at Royal Club and their chances to win this game, it all had to do with reaching 20 or 30 minutes and having Uzi stronger than Imp, and using him plus the Lulu shields to create more action. They did not have to fight that Dragon, but Samsung White knew that it was theirs to take, and as soon as opposition was provided, it was just blown straight through. Now, it's just the symphony for Samsung White. They had that slip up in Game 3, but this is what they live for. This is why they're so good, how quickly they can close this game and become the world champions.
When the opportunity arises for another advantage, you see the entire team there ready to take that advantage. Dandy gonna clear out a pink ward real quick as they just start strangling out the vision of Royal Club here, and they're gonna wait for them to ward up more. That turret goes down, and they're gonna be able to start splitting these lanes a bit once the super minions come in. Actually, Dandy just uses that as a front door to get in. There's the Ghost Blade. They hop in. Oh, the Ghost Blade into Shockwave, or rather, Rengar jumping into the Shockwave out of invisibility, and that's gonna be huge damage. This might even be enough for the next inhibitor. Kills coming in from Looper as he gets to the backside. As you said, chat, thriving in chaos. Looper doing just that. It's huge, and they may just try to win this
The
one.
Death Divers are so short.
They're short here, but they were actually pushing that super minion wave through, and Samsung White are on towards the Nexus turrets. Look at the damage that they have there. The first Nexus turret is going to fall. Only Lulu really there to stop them. The second Nexus turret fall. They're going to focus in on the Nexus itself, and Samsung White are the 2014 World Champions.
Dreams alive for the Summoners Cup, and it looks like SKT may give them some breathing room here as they start to back out. They want this one methodically. They are not making any mistakes. Oh, Wolf goes in. I don't know if the team was fully on board with that one, but he does save off any re-engage as well from Ku.
Same again for SKT. There's no reason to risk anything. We've seen some of the other games.
Right.
The team got a little bit too greedy, overextended, ended up dying. Not in this one, outside that one misplay Mario made. It's been a perfect game almost.
And a surplus of items now coming out from the side of SKT. We talked about the Spell Shield. Bang, if he misses it, he also has the Quicksilver Sash. Now Faker's got his Rabadons on top of everything else.
Yeah.
Deadman's played on the Sterix Rage and a Banshee's Veil in the top lane. So many things to help them mitigate the crowd control in Ku's fight.
It just seemed like Ku invested everything onto the fact that they could always engage with Tahm Kench and Ashe, so they didn't need to bring double teleport. They could start these fights, but then they didn't realize how many members from SKT could avoid getting stunned by that arrow, and suddenly the 1-3-1 was going to be a thing. Double TP. There's just been no answer to the fact it's so hard to play against unless you get that massive lead early on, which they did.
Yeah, and I mean, this game, if SKT closes out with this 13,000 gold advantage, is almost classic SKT. It's exactly the way they want to win the game. Nothing incredibly flashy. Faker dominates the opposition. They still make smart plays after that. They rotate around the map properly. and they just systematically starve out the opponent. Coup Tigers, last stand, 2 inhibitors down. Here SKT comes.
On the hunt, goes in. That's going to be Hojin in a real sticky situation. He goes down a full 3-man Gnar ultimate. That's going to be smacked down now. Eyes onto the AD carry, but the support hits. It's going to be Kuro out safely. Prey, however, has to run away from his base. SK Telecom looking to take down the final Nexus turrets. It does not look good for Kuro and his team. Coup Tigers are falling. SKT will be your first ever 2-time world champions!
Minions are flooding in the base. SKT are knocking at the door.
It seems so close. The Super Minions now onto the Nexus turrets. Samsung have to respond. Curtain Call to buy some time, but it only connects onto Duke. Ambition's not used the Ragnarok or the Ghost just yet. Nexus turret is under threat. A 3rd inhibitor falls, and SK Telecom are doing this by the numbers.
They're just not giving windows for Samsung to engage. The only way Samsung could have gotten a flank is if Cube walks around. Faker burns his ultimate to take Cube low, just so that's an impossibility, and they're very well taking down every single inhibitor. Now they turn for Elder while they're defending the triple inhibitors. Beautiful.
SKT are waiting for the extra super minions to flood into the base while they take this Elder Dragon to return to claim their prize.
Now we were talking about the SKT victory lap in the Game 3 comeback when they had the 10,000 gold lead. This is more likely and closer than they've ever been to winning that 3rd World Championship. Elder Drake up, 3 inhibitors down, double spawns of super minions in every single wave. This would be the time for them to do it.
It feels like SK Telecom know exactly how to play against Samsung's team composition. The arrow this time goes between the goalposts. Cube's under threat. Deadly flourish as Samsung are under pressure. This is buying time for those super minions to pour in, kick around. Crown's able to flash so he doesn't get caught, but Cube's down.
And it's a war of attrition. They're just waiting for wrecking them in a fight.
Duke flashes forward, chomps down to kill Crown. SK Telecom have got 2, make that 3 kills. The curtain call is a fitting end to the World Championship as Samsung Galaxy are being dove under their tower. SK Telecom have overcome every challenge. They are the undisputed best team in the world.
Spawning, so SKT will not have a Nexus B backdoor, but still being turretless means if you flinch for 5 seconds, the inhibitor's gone and the Nexus will follow.
And there's been so many huge moments in this game here, even where small things mattered a lot. Tenacity on Devour, so he steps out of a ulti from a Gragas and he stays alive. Now we have Baron spawning in 5 seconds. Ruler, Flash is ready, so it's the same here for Crown. SKT will not have an easy time turning around and forcing a fight, but man, they need to win this next team fight or the game is over.
SKT mount the comeback in the series, or does Samsung Galaxy get the comeback in the game to close it out 3-0? Killer on Kuva, he backs off. Mid lane priority right now. I want to see Vision because I don't think Samsung Galaxy can see much of that SKT River up there. But they can always pressure mid. Looking at it now is Ambition, getting the slow onto Huni. Shot back by Bank. Kuva's to hold at the front line. And Samsung Galaxy push mid first.
As you can see, the
Flash ult. They've caught Faker. They've got a CC. The mid laner is down. The unkillable Demon King has done just that. As Ruler stays in, life stealing. In the back line, they found more as Huni does not have a way out. Pops the ult, but he has no exit route. 2 more autos will kill him down, but he gets to run away. They twitch to their aggro. They knock down Wolf instead. 5v3 in mid.
In the moment of truth, they flash on Faker, and they take out the heart of SK Telecom.
Faker had no flash when the fight started. They knew that, so they used everything to kill him.
A game-winning pick, a championship-winning pick for Ruler. That might be the Flash R that signals the end of the SKT dynasty. There are no turrets. It is 5 versus 3. Huni, do you have what it takes to win the game? Bang certainly does not. Ruler on the Nexus. The upset is complete as the kills come through. The SKT dynasty is over. All hail the new king.
They need to take the necessary steps here in setting up their vision so that they don't get hit with this incredible engage that Invictus Gaming have. So Fnatic, they're trying to pressure up on the top side, get some turret damage for themselves,
with this Baron buff in time while also laying defensive wards through their red jungle.
And it's honestly been the first time where it's been relevant to take a step back, zoom out and say, how do IG play out team fights rather than just, okay, they're crushing in multiple areas, the team comp's not necessary. Like you say, IG have Camille ultimate into Galio, a very reliable engage tool used around the world. Fnatic can run them around the map to decrease the potential of this play, but maybe they're going to beat each other head on.
Broxah wants to go in. He's going to be taken very low, though. IG already looking to knock down that tier 3 turret. Broxah's in some trouble. Has to pop the ult just in case Jackie wants to go crazy. The Shy finds a little bit of damage down into Caps, but the inhibitor is the target. With Broxah still low, Fnatic can't make their counterattack just yet. Hylissang wants to hang out off to the side, see if maybe he can find something. Caps grabs the laser, but it's Balon into the back line, looking to find everybody. Here comes your Hextech ultimatum into your Galio ultimate. Ning's gonna be taken low, goes into the stasis. Jackie's legendary. They've already found the kill into Soaz, they've already found the kill into Caps. It's the solo laners down, and IG are pushing for the win. Hylissang is taken very low, and it's still 5 members of the LPL squad alive.
Flash up onto Rakan, the re-engage gets some of the carries. Reckless still alive, but can they keep this game up?
It's an impossible defense at this point. Broxah and Reckless versus the world. Reckless goes on a rampage, but Ning is still there pressuring onto the turret with the rest of IG. Reckless is down, Broxah's away. IG are on the Nexus. The LPL has never won before, but that will change today. The Crownless are finally king.
Again, with the weakened Nexus turrets as well, you can't let that go on for very long. Baron will be spawning in 38 seconds. Let's see about the transition of wards into the next teamfight area.
We should mention, this is probably the strongest point in the game for FPX. Relatively, feels like every other 1,000 gold to G2 with their scaling is going to put them more and more into a scenario where they can fight. So they may be down 5,000 gold, but every 1,000 gold from here is better spent by G2 compared to FPX.
All right, this is the opportunity that G2 bought with that pick. They're trying to make a play in the fog of war. They have to hope for some member of FPX to be straggling and then take surprise once again. But that Scryer's Bloom gives up the whole game.
5 seconds till Baron is caught here on camera. Super's just about to crest the steps of the G2 base and Wunder with no teleport available. He's starting to make his way up. FunPlus haven't even hesitated. They're already on the objective.
G2 have only one controller. They have to use the Ezreal ult to check here. Baron at half health.
All right, True Shot Barrage goes out. Death Sentence lands onto Jankos. He caught out by the box and the flay. He goes in with the Cataclysm and hops right back out. The Baron is the target and it will be secured. It's LWX that does so, but it's at the cost of Crisp Life. Hero Zephyrs comes in and Dwimpy is chasing forward. That's already a kill onto Jankos. This could be it. Now Wunder's in trouble as Caps goes golden under the hourglass. He needs to do so much more. Will throw down the Event Horizon, but it doesn't matter. 2 members of G2 are left to fend off 4 from FunPlus Phoenix.
FPX are headed straight for that Nexus, and it's only Wunder and Perkz left standing.
FunPlus Phoenix are looking to silence the haters and stun the world with their own style of League of Legends. They are pushing onto the Nexus. The favorites of G2 in Paris did not stand a chance, and FunPlus, they've taken down the Nexus. They turn their attention to Wunder. Tian goes down. Perkz kills Gimgoon. The Nexus is being focused. It's going down. And FunPlus Phoenix are your world champions. Jungle by Damwon.
They certainly did. Suning have had a fantastic performance throughout this series, and now they are just being dismantled by Damwon. Another double kill goes into the back pockets of Ghost. They have the Baron buff. They're looking to break into the base.
7-0-6 for the best jungler in the world, Canyon on Kindred. 7-1-4 for Ghost playing Caitlyn, with Baron buff pushing into the base of Suning. The inhibitor turret is now taken out. The inhibitor will be the focus, and 2 members are dead. 10 seconds for Bin, 5 seconds for Sword Art. You cannot hear a sound in Shanghai as Damwon are making a statement in game number 4. There was a brief discussion I had with some of the production crew about whether or not playing on home soil was cursed. Because outside of Samsung in Korea and Fnatic in Europe, almost every home representative has lost And look at that engage. 2 more kills. Diving into the base. Angel gets airtime with the knockups. 4 members of Damwon pushing through the mid lane. All 5 group up to take down the inhibitor, and this might be the final push. It's been a 3-year hiatus for the LCK, a drought when it comes to finals appearances. And today, Damwon Gaming will shut down Suning. Damwon will silence Shanghai, and Damwon Gaming are your season 2020 world champions.
Mid lane wave. Oh, they go for the pick over on the other side of the map. And because they got Scout, they didn't get pushed all the way in. They were able to do just enough, Vedius, despite still being in such a big hole here, to salvage some of the situation. Scout, though, with the Elder Dragon.
My name is Zoe.
My God, he's so good.
Yeah, that
Crazy bubble landing there to start it all off, and then landing the follow-up too, with a body blocker there.
That's just ludicrous.
Regardless, we're still in this one. So close now with still 1 minute and 15 seconds left on this Baron. You have plenty of time for 2 more waves for EDG to be able to shove, to get more out of their rewards for that Baron. As much as Damwon are fighting, kicking and screaming, scrapping to try and avoid losing this game, EDG will steamroll ahead. They are inevitable. They will come for the siege. Ken in mid, push up that wave. Super minions on top side. You see Khan trying to buy some time there, and the rest of EDG looking for what they're hoping to be their final fight.
Well, Mega Inferno Bomb's going to try and deny it, but look at the Baron protecting these minions so well. The Ziggs, the wave clear doesn't really work, and now that's a teamfight tool that they're missing as well. Moonlight Vigil going to connect onto Ghost fantastically, but he does satchel his way out. Still, it's just going to be creating space to take down these inhibitor turrets and inhibitors. The mid lane going to go down as well, as EDG will crush the base of Damwon Kia. Do they have it in them in order to close this one out right here? There is 1 turret between EDG and history right now as Viper dashes forward. Showmaker goes golden, but it's not going to keep him alive. Mako is going to be the sacrificial lamb, but it's a double kill already for Flandre. Lightning rushing his way out of this one, and now the Nexus is exposed. Damwon Kia are limping, and EDG have the man advantage. The Nexus will go down, and against all odds, EDG will be your 2021 world champion.
No flash, Kuma no ultimate. Owner blows up the blast cone though. Kingen finding his way around. This Aatrox, a pest in the T1 side. They're going through mid though.
Yeah, they're going through mid here. T1, DRX are pinging this top wave. There's a threat of an end. Kingan's on the flank. Kingan's looking for it. He has been the X factor, but Barrel's gonna die. He barely gets away. Pioshik's in the retreat. Barrel stays alive somehow. Redemption's coming down. It's gonna heal him up. T1 moved in. Kingan was not able to respond there with the flank. He'll steal the enemy red buff for the upcoming fight. T1 chunking out the health bars. Decide to go for the Elder. Kingan's still ready. TP coming back in for DRX. Zeus and Owner here in the pit. Zeus goes over the wall, but Kingan's ready to find him. Q1, Q2 finds his place back inside the pit. Drake gonna slightly reset. Gonna come down to a smite fight. Kingan is off. Barrel has the ultimate back up. No carries on the flashes. Look at the trap line. Look at the Caitlyn. He's trying to stun him away. Owner goes in. Owner is down. The Drake secured. T1's jungler trying to go. T1's going for the base. They're going for the Nexus. Can they do it in time? Kingan comes back. Elder Drake at the ready. But what can he do? Q3. No damage just yet. Elder Drake, the execute. Zeus is down. DRX, hold on.
Kingan, he gets back, he does it! Gumayushi's gonna find the ultimate onto Pioshik, but they still have the Elder Dragon buff on DRX. They're gonna run straight back into the hearts of T1.
Can they end? Is this it? T1 are so vulnerable and wounded. DRX have the Elder Dragon. 4 members down. It's on Gumayushi to hold the line. DRX are coming for their World Championship title.
The Cinderella story. DRX are pushing in.
DRX, they're on to inhibitor turret number 1. Only Keria is going to be up. It's still 10 seconds on Owner. DRX will march forward. Keria wants to hit the wave. Kingan goes to the World Ender. Gumayushi is dead. They have been doubted. They have been discounted. They have been dismissed. But DRX are your 2022 World Champions.
possibly set up by Crisp, and give Light an opportunity to pop off, because otherwise T1's going to get Soul, they're going to get the next Baron, and they're going to win the series. And Carrier
gonna get knocked up here as Owner comes on over. He's here to protect his support. The quickness ties them all up, and Xiaohu going to be the next target. He finds two with the Emperor's Divide, but Crisp just evaporates. Weiwei going to suffer the same fate as Zeus is on the warpath. Light able to sidestep, finds the Chains of Corruption, but there's not enough damage. Xiaohu decent flash to try and get himself out, but he's not out of the woods yet as Faker tidies up that kill, and they are just so far ahead. Owner secures Light with a Sonic Wave, and the Shy finds himself alone heading back towards his base. That's the double kill. That's the clean ace for T1.
and T1. Weibo try, they know they have to contest this dragon, they have to contest the soul, but they're not even given the opportunity. They thought they got Carrier, but Carrier says, come get me.
And it looks to me like they're going to take this inhibitor and move back. It may not be the end of the series, but it might be the last moment that Weibo felt hope in it. As Crisp clearing out some control vision. Owner wants to grab himself a soul to finish this game off on.
And T1 are just on fire. All 5 players in this final game here potentially playing out of their minds. They are 5 brains, 1 player. It's like everything is perfectly coordinated. They think they've caught Carrier, but everyone from T1 piles in lightning fast. Owner is here. Zeus pops the ulti fast for the move speed from the top side. Faker coming in from the bottom. T1 collapses from every angle, and Weibo are wiped from the map.
And there's nothing to do, right? The moment that they're not able to 100-0 anyone on T1, as soon as reinforcements arrive, you're gonna get blown up. And the gold leads, as Light desperately tries to at least get Zeus, won't even get that.
It's heartbreaking as now they take a magical journey over Zeus. He likes this one though, 1 versus 3. He's absorbing so much, the Emperor's Divide. It comes in, but he's still alive. What's going on? Faker tidies up the burst. Everyone's just exploding as Weiwei trying to get something done, but it does not matter. T1 are too strong.
4 times T1 has lost in a Game 5. 4 times they've been knocked out, and 4 times they have got back up for this moment.
It was 7 years since their last, a decade since their first. The SKT legacy has been reignited. T1 will be your 2023 world champion.
Supported you through thick and thin.
And Owner very close here.
Pressure on you, Shattering Strike going wide. Shun tries to dash across the wall, but immediately he's locked up, goes in with the Cataclysm. Gumayusi pops the Feather Storm. Owner looking to re-engage onto Onshan, down to half HP. Ben gets onto the back line, Gumayusi cleanses away, but Ben has already put him in the dirt. Kevin is next up. BLG find 2, T1 able to back away for the moment, but the TP behind by Ben as he looks for a little bit more. Oh, they go back in! Faker flashes in, and down goes Knight! Once again, when you need someone, when you need anyone to stand up and show just what this game's all about, it's Faker! He finds another T1 5-5, and alongside it, the Baron in their minds!
The hero's entrance was true to its name as Faker in T1's dire moments descends from the sky, and T1 turned the fight in their favor.
The crown may be heavy, but it belongs to Faker, and they're going to pick up the Baron. What a turnaround! PLG had started out so well. They killed Gumayusi. They had them on the run, but the turn from T1 was better.
The flank that comes in from Bin to follow up the engage from Jun, and crucially you're gonna see a charm come through from Knight that forces Gumayusi's flash. You think that the combination between Knight and Bin is enough. Taking out Gumayusi should have been the key. So look, the ultimate comes in from Shun onto Gumayusi. He's gonna ulti because he has no choice, he has to in this situation, and then the charm from Knight there forces the flash from Gumayusi. Bin sees the angle, so he flashes, sidesteps the knockback, and he's able to work with ult to get the kill, and at this point you think the fight is over.
Exactly, then they're on the chase. Knight goes, he just barely doesn't have the range on his charm onto Owner, and they're teleporting for the pincer, but just as they're teleporting and Bin has to walk back to the fight, that's when T1 turn.
Such fantastic play and such confidence. The TP, the awareness from T1 to realize that that TP was a mistake and then to create the collapse to turn it in their favor. Unbelievable turnaround from T1.
Teleport, the 4-second channel time, and T1 strike. Wait a second, topside, Zeus under fire!
Zeus caught out, killer instinct in by Elk. BOG collapsing, 4 members strong, the heroes entry.
Oh, Zeus!
Faker joins the fight! Elk with the stopwatch, Faker in the middle of them all, and it seems like death may have arrived, and his name is Faker! He's here for your lives! The rest of T1 begin his collapse, Faker's gonna fall, as he pulls the stopwatch, manages to buy himself a second. Owner here to save his mid laner once again, and Faker still stands! He has ascended! He stands above it all! And he looks hungrily at that world's trophy!
The unkillable Demon King! Unkillable one more time!
Unbelievable once more! How does he keep doing it? I mean, with the Baron buff, 4 members dead, it's only Knight left to defend his base. His crumbling kingdom at the hands of T1. An inhibitor will fall, and T1 set their sights on the Nexus.
Knight goes in with the Spirit Rush, lands the charm as well. The first Nexus tower's fallen, and T1 are just looking for the prize. They're hungry for it. T1 are the path